Welcome back to Art Creative Design, and in this video we're going to go over all of the first-person footage of the tractor pulls this year. This season has come to an end now, and it's time to look over. So this video actually had a bit of trouble getting in gear, but on the way down it shifted, which is not planned, but here we go. So that was a decent pull. I think that was the one where we just locked out the ignition. Yeah, that was also the pull where we broke the cracked the rocker. So Delta, this was the only pull this year that was done on stone dust. We chose a gear, again testing our new roller rocker system, and as you'll see, I checked the tack many times on this way down because it revved up so quickly and just at max RPM. So again, decent pull. Still kind of died at the end like it was doing at the beginning of the season. Wasn't much we could do about that. We were trying our best to tune the carburetor, but nothing seemed to be fixing that at the moment. It's so hard to tune based off of just one run each time. I mean, you make a change and you can do one thing different next time, right? So Iron Prior Fair, still same tune and everything. Here we go. There was a bit of confusion hooking up the sled, but no problems. So this run was all right. The engine ran actually pretty terrible. There wasn't much power. Engine came up the RPM and then just died instantly. This next run was even worse. The sled was heavier for the open class, and the good thing about this pull, arm prior, was that the chassis was set up very well. So you'll see the weight is just a little light on the front end, picking up the wheels a little bit, but it's still able to stay very straight. Now, rice fill. This is a very important hook because this was the first run after getting the engine tuned, and it came off the dyno, and we made way more than what was expected. So, tightened up the chain, and I was ready to rip. Run was decent. Engine died at the end, but the engine ran the best it had all season by far. We were trying different stuff, different gears this weekend, and so it didn't rev very high in that run. We were running a very fast gear, and the track was very short. I think the furthest anyone ran was like in the 280s. So running a tall skier was a little difficult. Changed this run to run our standard gear, and of course I revved up quite a bit higher. The exhaust, we were noticing that got very, very hot here. We weren't exactly sure what that's all about. I think it's something to do with, having a relatively stock cam and just that whole combination that we've got going on right now. But it's no big deal. Cools down. The engine actually runs cooler than it ever has, so it's mostly just for looks. Shawville was absolutely crazy. Being at a pull with this many people, I mean, the crowd was huge. Like you can see, we literally had to move people just to get out on the track. Um, so I had an absolute blast here. It's the first night pull, and yeah, the track was absolute glue. So had a wonderful time here. As you notice, the tractor steer is absolutely fantastic. um, but so backing up, hands out, we're ready to go. Um, again, the engine is just tuned here, so we're expecting a very good hook. We ran the slower gear, and because we thought the track was going to be glue, and it absolutely was, it still pulled the engine down a fair bit. Next up was the Metcalf Fair. We're all loaded up, ready to go. There's some last minute tweaks and 3D prints to attach to the tractor. Um, and going there, where we parked, there's actually quite a long drive down to the track. So we putted down, took our time, didn't want to heat up the engine too much. Um, we got there. Unfortunately, we didn't get a great video, but here's some pictures. Um, Engine ran absolutely fantastic. We changed the spark plugs, and for some reason, it made a relatively big difference. Um, so here's the video. It's a bit shaky, but it's better than nothing. As you can see, I was very happy about the pull. That pull was the fastest I ever pulled, and it was a great ending to the year. So thank you for watching, and if you're new here, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.